Hi guys, it's Mary. Welcome back. Today is an exciting video because I am going to show you my Sephora picks for the Spring 2022 sale. Originally, this video was more than just this bag. I mean, I had 3 bags full of stuff. So here's what I did. If it's the newest thing that I bought and loved, okay? So for example, foundation, I'm not going to tell you anything with Lancome because that wasn't the last thing that I bought. Okay, I'm going to tell you the last foundation I bought that I loved. That should narrow down quite a bit. I do want you to know that I realize that there are more important things right now. You know, like the price of gas is unreal. I can't believe how much more it costs to fill my tank. So if you have all your bills covered and you're going to do this anyway, thank you for using my links because that's how I get paid. That's my job. My job is to bring you this stuff and show it to you. But, you know, don't let me talk you into something if you don't have food on your table. Okay? All right then, thank you. I probably never would have given this a chance, except I got hooked on some Tatcha skincare, okay? And I remembered that my friend Mel, she loved this. So I'm like, okay, I'll go ahead and I'll try it. Surprise! I do love this. So this is a liquid version of the silk canvas, which works out a lot better for me. It just smooths out, sets down, ready to hold on to my makeup. I think it does that. I can tell the difference in my foundation with this under it. So yeah, I've come to love this stuff. I love a couple of others too, but I said I'm not going to show you a blue million products. I'm surprised that it took me as long as it did to try this. This is not as thick as Fresh's. I used Fresh's lip mask at night, okay, because it's kind of thick and it will stay on your mouth. This I use in here before I do my makeup. It just kind of gets my lips prepped and ready for my lipstick for the day. So. Concealer, Lancome still wins for me. I have one that I use under my eyes, one that I use on my face. But having done this for a while now, I still do like this one a little bit better for under my eyes. It's Lancome's Effacernes Waterproof. It's thicker and I can target it in just this one area. So if you just have like a small amount of darkness that you want to cover, this is a great concealer. Put that under your eyes and just tap it out. But if you have more to cover than just, like I just have these dark spots right here and right there. Effacernes suits my purposes better. However, this stuff here by Lancome is good if you have a lot more to cover under your eyes. Lancome knows a thing or two about the aging face, right? Not saying they're old lady makeup because I've worn this my whole life. Not this, but Lancome. But they know a thing or two about how to make wrinkles look better. Lancome is miles ahead of a lot of people on that. The doe foot on this is huge. But it is designed to fit right into, you know, the inner corner of your eye. I've not heard anybody say anything bad about any of these concealers actually, but I just wanted to give you a couple of options in the concealer department because when you get to be my age, 60 on, or even in your 40s, you start having a problem with wrinkles under your eyes, you know, just wanted to give you some options. But I also want to throw Laura Mercier's Secret Concealer in this compact. This here is a sticky formula. It almost feels like it's old. It's supposed to be like that. This product is excellent if you have hyperpigmentation, blemishes, or whatever that you want to cover on your face. This one here is in SC2, Secret Concealer 2, but they have other shades. But in the Secret Concealer 2, this is what you get. You get a more pink and a bigger, like yellow based. You can mix these two together to get your perfect shade of concealer. So I realize I've talked about more concealers here than I will talk about other products. But for me anyway, concealers, you know, I use different ones for different things. So that leads us into my next step, which is foundation. And I'm going to recommend that you try this. This is the new NARS Light Reflecting Foundation. I've been trying some new foundations lately. This one here is the one I've decided to mention. This gives you such a beautiful, natural skin kind of finish. And I can't imagine being disappointed with this. I suppose there are some people out there. My shade is in Yukon. And like I said, I like it with a sponge. I like it with a brush. I like different powders for different things. Once women start to mature and you get to a point where you're like, I think I look cakey and I don't want to wear that anymore. And I'm here to tell you some good news. You might just need to change how you're doing your powder and the kind of powder that you use. So I'm going to talk to you about 5 different kinds of powder. So for setting the face, I recommend this. Easy Bake and Setting Powder. That word baking kept me away from this product for a really long time. And it was because of my age and knowing that I can't bake. For me in setting powder period, at my age, using this with a brush does come out cakey. Okay, so what I use is any kind of a damp sponge. Put it in the powder and press it into your pores. So that's how I use this powder. Highly recommend. This powder here, ooh, this powder's like a, is that even there? I don't even see it. Is it there? It is. This I use under my eyes. I will take a fluffy brush. I'll get it all loaded up in here. Then I will bang it off on the back of my hand and come right under here. Just tap, tap, tap. Just enough to set that concealer. And it has light reflecting crystals in it. So it kind of helps with how your under eyes look. These days, I don't really trust anything under my eyes except for this. After that, I really want my skin to look not highlighted, but luminous. So the luminosity that's on my skin, especially if you have used a setting powder, it kind of mattifies it and makes it look like you have on powder. Now I want to make sure that my skin looks kind of glowy, more luminous than highlighted. And for that, I turn to 2 different kinds of powder that you can get at Sephora. One is Hourglass. I love this stuff. This one here is in Mood Light. I have 2 of them left. They'll last you a pretty good long time. Well, if you're me and you have a bunch of different powders, they will anyway. So I just take a stiffer brush and buff this in to the sides of my face and across my nose to give me this lit from within luminous look. And the same thing can be accomplished with this loose powder if you prefer loose. Then we've got the Laura Mercier, and you know, I always do this. I'm so stupid. I always take all of the tape off of all of the holes and then I'm looking at this. So I waste a lot of product. But I just take a big, fluffy, denser kind of powder brush, go into this, knock some of it off, and then buff it all across my face, starting out here on the edges and working my way in. This looks like underneath lights, like you can see glitter or microscopic glitter in this product. I don't know. It's the wonder of makeup. I don't know where it goes, but if you use a brush, don't use a sponge, but if you use a brush with this powder, it's going to buff it in just like this powder. And it's going to make you look healthy. It's going to make you look lit from within. It's going to make you look luminous. It's going to make your skin look better. And then last, we have the multi-purpose powder compact foundation. Lancome Dual Intensity. Mine's looking a little bad here, but you know, this powder here is a really great compact. It can also be used as a foundation. Another one that I love is Fenty. And I said I wasn't going to take up a bunch of time talking about a lot of products, right? Sorry, I had to sneak that one in there. The Fenty, should I get it? Okay, since I mentioned it, let's go ahead and look at it. Both of these products are supposed to be powder foundations, and they can be used that way, but I tend to use these as powder compacts over the top of other foundation. And I mean, you could buff either one of these into your skin. Obviously, I like them. I've hit pan on them, and that rarely happens around here. That's why it gets it over the Charlotte Tilbury for me, is because these both can be used as foundations, buffed in with like a kabuki, or a powder puff. You can use them as a touch-up to another foundation. Egads, you can't go wrong. When it comes to bronzer, guys, Charlotte Tilbury has it over everybody. I like other bronzers, don't get me wrong, but these two here, just spend the money and just go for this. This is your gold. This one here I love. It has a highlighter on this side and a bronzer on this side. I do try not to use this as much because Mel bought this for me. and I want to always have it. And I remember when this first came out and I was going, what the heck? Why would you pay that kind of money? Until you have it. When you use it, you realize, yeah, it's worth every bit of the money that she's charging for this. And you can also get it in a mini. But this one here's the love of my life. And it's refillable. So when I get more of this gone, I will just purchase a refill for this. I use this one in the lightest shade, and it works out really well for me. I love blush, and I wanted to come up with like 50 blushes. I'm like, no, one blush. And the reason that I picked this blush over Hourglass, because I think Hourglass has some of the most beautiful blushes. The reason this blush in my hands here that I'm hiding from you gets it over Hourglass, because if you go to Sephora and you're going to spend money on a luxury blush, then why wouldn't you go Hourglass? I mean, that's just my opinion. The reason I choose this one is because I can get what the Hourglass blush does for me with the Hourglass powder. So I don't need that. So I picked Charlotte Tilbury. I'm starting to see a theme here. Are you? This one here is in Love Glow. And by the way, I just got a new one. You got to be careful. These are slippery little things. They'll fly right out of your hands. This is Pillow Talk Extreme. The Charlotte Tilbury blushes have a more shimmery blush in the middle of a matte. I use it all together, but that's who I'm going to pick for you gotta try this blush. Also, you knew I was going to slide Laura Mercier in here, right? I love their blushes. But since I picked Charlotte Tilbury for the powder blush, if you're going to try a cream blush, I give it to Laura Mercier. Seriously, this is ridiculous. Laura Mercier's formula for a cream blush is even one I'll wear. Not only does it blend out very well, the formula isn't so emollient that it slides all over and disappears. No, it's not so sticky that you can't blend it out. This is perfection. Oh, I do love it. So if you're going to pick a cream blush, I say go Laura Mercier. In the actual highlighting department, I have 3 for you. If I'm not wearing makeup or I've just got on some sunscreen or whatnot, I use this. It's Charlotte Tilbury's Flawless Filt'r. It's got this doe foot. You just tap it on your cheeks, your nose, wherever you want some luminosity, and this stuff rocks. And then, of course, I use other highlights, but the ones I would recommend for more mature skin are these. This one here is by YSL. It's called 3D All Over Glow, and a lot of ladies use this like I use Hourglass, all over the face. For me, this is a little bit too much for that, but as a highlight that is beautiful on mature skin, it almost knocks off Dior. My cap broke off. I dropped it and broke it. If you're older and you want to add some life to your skin, but you're scared of highlight, Dior has you covered, girl. Dior is beautiful. Now, keep in mind, I just did that with my finger, so you might go, wow, that's really too intense for me. Not with a brush. Down to set all that down, and I have found that this works excellente. If you want to use it as a primer as well, I recommend wholeheartedly to every person who is above the age of 45. This is your setting spray. The Airbrush Flawless Setting Spray from Charlotte Tilbury. It does not clog, or at least mine never has. Love that. Do not fear, I already have a backup of this because I don't want to be without it. It sets my face down without making it look worse. There are setting sprays out there where I think my makeup looks pretty darn good, okay? Then I put a setting spray on it and all of a sudden it's like it sunk the powder and everything into my pores. Now I have polka dot pores and my face looks cakey and it didn't before. And so, yeah, Charlotte won't do that to you. I'm thinking pretty much every channel here that's about beauty has a hard time narrowing down on eyeshadow. I tried to look at this with some practicality. So what I chose was eyeshadow palettes that can be used every single day, that I don't think you would get tired of, would produce a really beautiful look, and maybe even serve a dual purpose like this. This is the Ever Dirty, Never Ever Clean. I mean, this is a crime unit's fantasy, right? Look at these fingerprints. This is the Natasha Denona Glam Face Palette, which, you know, has more eye than face. This thing never gets put away because I use it all the time. I like the mirror in this because I can actually use this to do my makeup. Of course, I have to check everything in a 10 by, but it's a big enough mirror that I can hold this here and do my eyes, because how much can we mess up with these everyday kind of neutral shades? Then we have a cream blush that's very pretty, very natural, and a highlighter, which I use also as an eyeshadow. And if you don't want to spend that kind of money, then, oh my gosh, Gwen, I now have all of these. Well, all of them are excellent, but I recommend this one if you want a little bit of shimmer, because these two shades here can give that to you. They're not ostentatious at all. Little beautiful, elegant, hardly there shimmer. That's what you're getting in this, with two very much used and very popular shades. This is a beautiful neutral palette, so yes, I highly recommend. Now, if you've been paying attention, you know that Gwen Stefani's line has the ultimate in not going anywhere eyeliner. This one here is Bathwater, which is a blue color. This goes nowhere. You're gonna need a makeup remover to take that off. Isn't that gorgeous? But every day since I got these, I've been using Spiderwebs, which is black. While I recommend it as a eyeliner that will not budge, will go into your water and tight line and not move. And look at this. Let me take this wipe and show you. I mean, that hurts. Okay? It's not gonna go anywhere, but it's messy. So as it gets shorter, you might find that you got it all over your hands. Will it keep me from using it? No, no. I love a tight line that stays there and doesn't transfer down. So it won't keep me from using it. If that's really not your bag and you just don't want to mess with it, even though it's not going to move on you, then I highly recommend this one from Lancome. It is the up to 24-hour Drama Liquid Pencil. They have these in all different kinds of colors. And unlike this one from them, which I also love, okay, this one here is in chocolate in the Le Stylo waterproof. It has a smudger on the end. Really like that, but I give it to this over this because this one is a sharpen. I don't like the retractables as well because I never know when I'm going to run out. It's like, surprise, you don't have any eyeliner today. You always know where you stand with the 24-hour because it is a pencil that you sharpen. Highly recommend. Do you know, can you guess how hard it was for me to come up with one mascara? Just one. Okay. The newest one that I fell in love with at Sephora that I think you should try is Caloray. Caloray's tubing mascara. It's got a nice, not as little as the MAC Extended Play wand, but look. Straightforward, to the point, small, so you can get on the underneath sides of your lashes and up here and down on the bottom if you still wear mascara down there. And it gives you a beautiful lengthened tubed lash. I love this stuff. Brows, I got 3 because they do different things, I think anyway. So if you like a tint, then I highly recommend this. Give me brow. I don't like having to wipe it off, okay? But that seems to be a theme that we have going with mascaras and this kind of product. But you could do your whole brow with just this if you had brows. Now that's the key right there. You need hair, actually, to use this. Where you don't have hair, like in the fronts of my brow, I need to use something different than this. So it's not going to be a good product if you don't have brow hairs, in which case I have 2 other products for you. By Kosas is the Brow Pop, and I got it in gray. If you want to fill your brows and also make little hairs, then I love this. Comes with a spoolie on the other end, and it's fun packaging even. But I like that it's thin enough that I can come to the front of my brows and drag up little hairs, and I can also come through my brow and color them in. If you're the person who likes to do your brow by just starting here and drawing a line through, you know, coloring your brow in, then I recommend Most Def. Now that I've been using her pencils, because I have them both for a little bit now, I think I like this one the best, and I like it to just come through my brow. To do the Shy Guy brow, the one I said that Shy Guy likes when he just wants me to color him in and not draw hairs, not make them stand up or anything. Now you could draw hairs, but they're going to be thicker, and it'll be really easy for you to get them all blended together to where it's just color. So if you're the kind of person that just likes to color or come through your brow, then this is a really good pencil, and it has a spoolie on the other end that is really little. So, and I have to tell you that it's just been within this last year that I have become this obsessed person with lipstick, lip oils, liquid lips, lip gloss, you know, just lip masks. I'm not really sure what my problem is, but I have 3 lip products that I highly suggest. One is a lipstick. Natasha Denona gets it for me in the lipstick department. And this one here is called Jennifer. So I do have this in Avriel, and this one is Jennifer. I think this formula is beautiful. It's just a good formula. It feels good. Has great coverage on it, you know, so it's got opacity, or you could just tap it on if you want a little less. This does have a scent. It smells sweet, like vanilla maybe. Has a magnetic closure. You won't confuse it with anything else because it's white, and you probably don't have very many tubes that are white. If we're talking about a lip oil, something that you're just going to grab and go with opacity, this is wonderful. This has become one of my favorite lip products, and every single day, at some point during the day, I will put on Kosas's Wet Lip Oil. It has coverage of its own. You could use it as a gloss over other lipsticks, but you can put it on full on and you'll have a very nourishing lip color on your mouth. And last but certainly not least, Gwen Stefani's from Give Beauty, this liquid lip. I love this. First of all, I love the lipsticks too, but I can't have all these lipsticks in the video. But for liquid lip, love this. Love this color. This thing really sets down to a matte that amazingly I can do everything in and it doesn't come off. However, if you eat a sandwich or anything like that, it doesn't get all over my face, but it does start, you know, coming off at that point. I can just put some more on. But I bet if I was just like put this on, I would have this on for hours without having to reapply it. So like I said, you'll have to reapply once you eat, just because some of it is going to come off on your napkin or whatnot, on your bread when you bite into a sandwich or whatever. But it's amazing because you can kiss and it won't come off. So I love that. It's beautiful tubing. It's got nice weight to it. The doe foot is perfect, I think, for letting you actually use it as a liner and put it on. Now, I am going to tell you, there is a very strong scent. I don't notice with the lipsticks that it's this bad, but I mean, it's really a strong scent if I notice it. If I notice the scent and go, wow, then it's strong, and this is. I think it smells like vanilla cake batter. I don't mind this at all. I like that scent. Like I want to go to the bakery now and buy a cake and eat it. That's how strong that scent is. My friend Jennifer from Jennifer Loves Couture, no, she doesn't. She went on and on and on when she was talking to me about this. And she was saying, you know, she just can't. It makes her gag. She can't take it. So if you're sensitive to smell, you're going to give this a pass. You won't like it. But so, are you going to hit the Sephora sale? Sometimes it's not actually to your advantage to buy it at Sephora. I'll have more links below. Check those places for bigger sales. I want you to know you are the best part of the Fritzy family. And if you're not having a blessed day, the way that you can get one is to be a blessing to somebody else. Until next time, love you, see ya. Bye. And I'm out.
Who's gonna watch that? Are you gonna watch that? Who says that? Somebody goes, Is it Urkel? I don't know. But if you're looking for... Really? Look at that. I got a lipstick all over. Look at that. Look how many cones you got there. I mean, really. I have a lot of fun in here all by myself. So, Effacernes suits my purposes. Effacernes suits my purposes. Effacernes... And like I said, I like it with a sponge. I like it with a brush. I like it in a car. I like it in a train. I like it on an airplane. I like it... I like this foundation everywhere. Mary I am. Hourglass, oh my gosh. If this was ice cream, I'd just lick it all over the place. No, whatever. Egads! Egads! Thank you for letting me know in the middle of my filming that it's gonna rain soon. Emollient. You are the sunshine of my life, yeah. You bring the luminous light to me. Yeah.